Welcome to the sounds of Bodega Cat Radio.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Big Dumb Monsters. I'm Chris.
I'm Nick.
And this week we are talking about the 1994 vampire film Interview with the Vampire by author Anne Rice, of course, the original book. Mm-hmm. Starring a few, smaller...
A couple of nobodies, really.
Nobodies you've never heard of. Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
What's her name? Kirsten Dunst. We enjoy the movie quite a bit. We get into it.
Who doesn't love this movie? We shouldn't even have to say that we like this movie. It should be a given.
You're gonna find people who don't like this movie. I know for a fact.
Why?
Think about your average horror fan. Yeah.
You know the type.
Yeah.
Well, we're not that type.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, as we insult most of our audience.
Fuck you.
Yeah. No, we love you all for real. And we love this movie because it is indeed awesome.
Yep.
So let's stop dicking around with this intro. We're going to get right into it. Interesting choice of words for the movie that we're about to watch.
Holy shit. Big Dumb Monsters, Interview with the Vampire.
Here we go.
Enjoy the show.
We were just talking about the Wednesday show. People were bitching about the Louis. Can't I fucking remember his name?
Come on, you could do it.
Luis Guzman. There we go.
Yep.
We're bitching about that casting, but he looks exactly like fucking comic book Fester, comic strip Fester.
No, not Fester.
Or Gomez. Yeah.
He looks exactly like that character is supposed to look.
Yeah. Like people are used to the Raul Julia version, which he was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But the people are that and is it Sean Astin? John Astin. That's his father. John Astin. The guy who was the Riddler. They're used to that version too. Like both of them were skinnier guys, but no, the original character is a chubby,
he's short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pudgy, just odd looking dude, which Luis Guzman,
Yeah. Plus, he's goddamn hilarious.
Yeah.
I even saw some people who were bitching that, he was that Hispanic. It was
his fucking name's Gomez!
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
He's supposed to have, a Spanish, accent.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, people just want to fucking complain.
They do, and I'm tired of it.
Which, while we're talking about shit that grinds our gears, when I posted the Munsters thing, people started, getting their panties in a bunch a little bit on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Nothing, too bad, but there was a lot of eye rolling and,
yeah.
Oh, come on. Just give it a chance. Granted, I was in that same boat that you're in.
Yeah.
Just
try it.
Yeah.
Open-mindedness.
Anyway. That grinds my gears.
Thanks, Homer.
Yeah. Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin. That's right. Yeah. It wasn't Simpsons. one of the few times you're not making a Simpsons reference.
Yeah. Oh,
I got a belly full of McDonald's.
Yeah. Gonna be a little sluggish. Oh, let me start this movie, by the way.
Oh yeah, we should totally watch this movie. Hey, we're watching Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah.
I forgot that Geffen made movies.
Yeah, this is before DreamWorks.
Yeah.
There we go, full screen. Yeah, there was Geffen Pictures.
Yeah. Geffen had I don't know. Are they still a record label? I know they had they had great artists.
Oh, yep, sound. I couldn't tell you the fucking last time I bought an album.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't know if Geffen was still a company.
I don't know, man. They had White Zombie though.
Yeah.
They sure shit did.
Yeah, that's true.
There was a lot of really good stuff. Anyway, this goddamn movie, man, like, it's so ridiculously good.
Yeah, and it's been like consistently good for 30 years now. Like, yeah, I mean, sometimes movies don't hold up. Sometimes, like, because of the times changing, movies just don't have the same relevance or don't have the same punch.
There are new words that you can definitely assign to this movie. Like grooming.
Yeah. See, but
yeah, you didn't want to think about it that way, did you?
Well, yeah, no, but like, it's not grooming in the like typical sense that people are used to, where like people are grooming a child for like sexual things. Like, the reason Claudia exists is basically a fuck you to Louis. Like, it's really nothing more than that. Like, Lestat is that shallow of a cunt.
Well, that's how it started.
Yeah.
And then it was like a parental relationship.
Yeah.
And then as she gets older, it moves into this really weird gray area.
Yeah. Yeah, and like, that is something you really don't think about. I want to say your average person doesn't think about, like, when they see like a child vampire like that. How like, it's just they're a child forever, but like at the same time,
physically, sure.
Yeah. Physically, they're a child forever. By the time she's like in her 40s, like there's that scene where Lestat brings her a doll, and she's like, "Oh, great, a doll."
Yeah,
like, thanks.
Yeah, because she's 30 years old, 30 whatever years old.
She has to be in her 40s at that point because they said she had been around for 30 years with them at that point. So I'm saying she's like probably 10, when they turned her.
Yeah.
So yeah, like but she's basically she's a middle-aged woman basically at that point. Like and yeah, it's torturous because like she's a middle-aged woman, but like she's always going to be physically looking like a 10-year-old girl.
Right.
Yeah, that's just like, you don't think of that torture. Like, I'm an adult. I want to be recognized as an adult. I want to fuck, basically, is like the long and short of it.
It kind of gets to that point.
Yeah. And like, yeah, I can't do that in this form unless it gets really fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they even cover that when she is looking at that woman in the window. I want to be her.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're never going to be.
Yeah, you're never going, no matter how old you are.
Yeah. It blows. But yeah, there's a lot to unpack in this movie. And a lot, I mean, I guess most of it is pretty overt, like the implied homosexuality.
If you really boil it down to this is a movie about domestic gay abuse, basically. Like,
it kind of is, yeah. Which we're not laughing at domestic gay abuse because that's
just reducing
terrible.
A vampire movie to that base element.
It feels absurd.
Yeah. To clarify.
We're not that horrible. I did not love Christian Slater in this movie.
Really?
A little stiff. Just a little stiff, I think.
Because when I was doing the Better Known As research, I was like, he's been in some good movies.
He has. He's a great actor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he just wasn't ready for this because they cast him at like the last minute, or
yeah, that could have been it. Because this is like right at the right. I think this is maybe like just as he's over like the peak of his like fame, probably as he's like just starting to come down. Like, Brad Pitt is definitely the bigger star in this movie than him. Tom Cruise obviously is the biggest star. In the movie. They're the ones with the star power. Like, they're carrying this movie. Through the box office. Yeah.
Antonio Banderas is great, but he's not really that known at this point. Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, no.
Not for American audiences, anyway.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what was like obviously like Desperado was probably like the first thing most like.
Yeah, but I think that came after this.
That was 97, yeah. This is 94?
94.
Yeah, 94, yeah.
Was Desperado 97?
96, maybe.
God damn.
Or was it 95?
Was it 91?
No, it was definitely like in the mid-90s. And I know I was in high school because like that movie ruled our lives.
It was amazing.
Yeah. For like a good 6 months. Like every Saturday night was just hanging out at one of our friends' houses, like watching Desperado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie rules. It still holds up. It's a great action flick.
That one of my favorite movies. Like I think of easily top 10. Because it's always hard to pin down a single favorite movie.
The top 10 just always cycles.
That is in my favorite class, though. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of subtext.
Especially there will be another movie that's in my favorite class that comes up in the Better Known.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Okay. I think we talked about it last week, maybe the week before. We were actually talking about the book version of this.
Yes, yeah, we were talking about the TV show and then the.
That's right. I still haven't watched any of the show. My initial plan was to watch the movie and then maybe catch an episode or two of the show. I did not have any time to do that.
Yeah. I think my biggest gripe with the show is I don't like the dude they picked for Lestat.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Because physically he looks like Lestat is supposed to look. Like, people bitched when Tom Cruise got cast as Lestat.
And Rice bitched when he got cast.
Yeah, but he did a great job with it. Like,
he's fine.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is out of his fucking mind. He's a great actor.
Yeah. Say what you will about him personally. He's in some fucking amazing movies.
Yeah.
He's still putting out amazing movies, I will say. Like, to this day.
Yeah. No, he's got it. He's got it where it counts.
Yeah.
I mean, not in the height department, but...
he's from Syracuse.
Is he really?
Yeah. Like, there's a point in time when, like, you just see Tom Cruise, like, eating a garbage plate, like, catching, like, a Bills game or something on TV.
Yeah.
Like...
Ugh.
Yeah.
That feels dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this movie has pretty much everything that you want in a vampire movie, and everything I want in a vampire movie.
Yeah.
Of this genre of vampire movie.
Yeah, the only way I can describe
it's a dramatic vampire movie.
Yeah, there's like your down and dirty vampires, like your near dark.
Yeah. Yeah, you're grimy, like Lost Boys, Near Dark, things like that.
Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Like, filthy, grimy, disgusting vampires. And there's like your upper class vampire.
Yeah.
That's what we have here. Like,
this is
dramatic vampire.
Yeah, this is like like a Dracula kind of thing, like, but not the Hammer films. I mean, more like
the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a romance to this whole thing, and it ebbs and flows. There's the good times, there's the bad times, there's everything in between. It's really, really well paced. Except, right in the middle, it really kind of slows down.
Yeah, when Tom Cruise, I think, when he leaves for, like, that bit, I think that's when it slows down a little bit.
Yeah, because, what's this, a 2-hour movie?
Yeah.
It feels longer than that. 2 hours is a pretty decent chunk of time. But it feels longer. But I'm never really, like, bored or waiting for the next part, other than, like we said, where it slows down just a little bit when Lestat is out of the picture.
When it's just Louis and Claudia.
Yeah. So I think that gets just maybe a little repetitive.
Yeah.
But yeah, the build up to everything, the pacing on the beginning, the pacing in the end, all really good. I like that there's a little bit of a horror movie element to it, because I don't really consider this to be a horror movie, even though it's a vampire movie.
Yeah, it's more of a drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do consider it horror. And I guess just because it's vampires?
Yeah.
But
I guess, I will say, like, the horror effects are pretty good. Like, I like the look of the vampires because they look human, but there's just something off.
Yeah.
Like they're just not right.
Yeah.
Like when you see like Lestat here, like you kind of see his face is like translucent.
Yeah, the veins.
Yeah, especially Louis in like the modern day scenes. Like
yeah,
he looks, he's human, but something's not right. Like you can just tell.
Did it drive you crazy though when like they would sometimes have the contacts in and sometimes not? And I was trying to think like, okay, maybe it's like the contacts are in when they need to feed or like something's wrong, but
senses are
it's really not like it's not consistent. Yeah. They're just in or out.
Yeah, you're right about that.
That's really one of my only gripes is like that little inconsistency and then the kind of a slog in the middle.
Yeah.
Other than that, you've got a complete picture here.
Some of the other great effects, like when Lestat is like really like, shriveled up and just...
Yeah. You know why the effects are so good? It's goddamn Stan Winston.
That's right, yeah. I was about to say Rick Baker. Like, no, Stan Winston, yeah. I'm trying to think of anything I can really like pick at, and I just
If you want that like brooding down, like I don't know, it's just like it's a depressing movie.
Oh yeah,
to be completely honest,
it's a heavy movie.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, sorry.
It's like this isn't a party movie. Like this, you throw this on, sitting alone or with one other person, and the lights are off.
Yeah,
you're just chilling.
Yeah. Something you like. You just want to like, really just want to. You don't want to do anything except just focus on the movie.
Yeah, because it's one of those ones where like you kind of have to pay attention because you can't just bounce in and out.
Yeah. That was something I was going to say, and I totally forgot.
Biffed it.
Wah, 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 wah.
That's okay. I'm sure we'll come across something.
Yeah. Effects, Lestat. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I just because of knowing what I know, like from the books, I really wish there was more of the Theater of Vampires in Paris, because there's a lot more like backstory tied in with like Lestat and them. I want to say
I don't think there was in the first book.
It's more in the Vampire Lestat is where you get all that.
Yeah, because I don't think they really touched on that too much in Interview with the Vampire.
I want to say they changed. It's been probably 30, not that fucking old. Maybe like 20 years since I've read this book, but I want to say they changed up the characters a little bit. I want to say the character that Stephen Ray plays in the movie is in the book. I want to say he's the vampire that actually made Lestat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then like he's a different. I want to say his name's Marius in the book.
Okay,
and I want to say Antonio Banderas calls him Santiago, I think. So I think they changed that character.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah, I will admit I have said things that are on the show that are incorrect.
Yeah. That
is one I am not sure of. It's just my shitty memory.
Yeah.
I'm giving you what I remember, so I could be wrong about it.
Same for me. Like I read Interview with the Vampire in like 2005. And I want to say when Louis and Claudia go to Europe, they actually wind up finding like weird vampire-like creatures roaming around in Europe.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was the book that I read that in, and not like some other offshoot fucking vampire novel.
Yeah, I mean that whole part of the movie is them basically doing that, traveling around looking for vampires, and they probably just cut out that subplot.
I think they left just the line about her looking into the history, like she's reading the book.
Yeah,
I think they boil that all down just to that.
We never found our own kind. We might be the last ones.
Yeah.
And I want to say Lestat made Armand too, but I might be.
No.
No. Okay.
No, because Armand. Well, yeah, because Armand is like 400 years old in this, And Lestat says he's like 200 years old.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, he's only like 250 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's been decades since I read, so I don't trust any of my recollection.
And watching this movie has made me go like, oh yeah, I want to go through all these books. Like I have, I think it's the whole collection at home. It's one of those like big compendium books. But I'm thinking I might audiobook those because that could be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, these sets are so good too.
I haven't watched the Queen of the Damned movie, I think, since it came out. But
Me neither. I don't recall it being good.
I'm kind of tempted to go back and watch it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't remember it being great.
There's a lot of people that really like it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe I was overly critical when I saw it, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that is one part of the like Lestat story I think is cheesy, where he becomes
he's a rock star.
A rock star.
Yeah.
Like, oh Christ.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Yeah. Basically, after he wakes up at the end of Interview with a Vampire, he just becomes a rock star. Whatever.
Yeah. That's lame. Cast was great.
Top notch.
Everybody's good.
Yeah.
Even like the nobodies that are in, I don't mean like the nobody people. The characters who are nobodies.
The secondary characters.
Yeah. They're all cast really well. Yeah, special effects are great. Thanks, Stan Winston. You're fucking amazing.
Yeah, this is like they don't. Oh Christ, I'm gonna sound so old. They don't make movies like this anymore, though. Like these big
dramatic,
gigantic
pieces.
Productions where, they've basically recreated 1700s New Orleans. Like, they probably somewhere in the South. Like, I mean, they have literally like scenes where like hundreds of like background actors are just moving around and like doing stuff. Mm-hmm. And
you know why? Because there's no money in it anymore.
Yeah,
unless you have a known entity and you're going to make almost $1 billion off of it, they're not going to put that much effort into it.
Like, this is a movie where I think they use CGI perfectly for a horror movie. They only really use
its accent.
Yeah, they use it like in a couple of like when you see like Claudia become a vampire, you see her become like, just she turns
hair
like,
changes.
Yeah, like that scene and like.
Actually, you know what? There was one thing that drove me fucking crazy with CG. Anytime that they've got like blood on their face or whatever, it magically disappears with whatever wound caused it. Like,
oh yeah. When Claudia cuts Lestat on the face, like they just.
Yeah. And when Louis turns, he's got the blood all over his mouth. He turns into a vampire. Blood's gone.
Yeah.
Come on, that wouldn't go away. Just leave it.
You still have the blood there. Like the wound would heal.
Come on, I see what you're doing, but you did it wrong. Sons of bitches. She's super famous now.
Yeah, Tandy Newton.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's such a fucking awesome scene where like, Louis' slaves are like catching on to what's going on, and they're like basically holding some kind of vigil outside. Oh God.
Is that yet? Oh yeah, it is because he jumps over the fire. Yeah.
And then Lestat, like he's such a, no other way to say it, such a catty bitch. Like, here you go, Louis. Here you go. Like, here, we don't want this fine crystal to go to waste. Like, here, drink this rat's blood from this, fine crystal glass.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
He's such a smug prick.
And he gives him that same thing later on. I guess it's right. I think it's right before they make Claudia. I think it's right before they find Claudia.
Yeah.
Where he's like, Louis. He's like, anytime I need to find you, I can just follow the trail of rats.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yep. Which is fun because when Louis finds him, there's tons of dead rats all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, how about that? Yeah, he's such. Yeah, He is so detestable, but you love it the whole time. You're like, you are such an asshole.
But
what are you gonna do next?
Yeah, exactly. Like you love to watch him be an asshole. But yeah, just such a like cruel fucking prick.
Yeah,
it's ice cold, but he like
what's ridiculous
it's irresistible to watch.
They are literally the odd couple of vampires.
Yeah,
and not like one's clean, one's a slob. It's one is basically a fucking shark,
and then they have the quiet, reserved, like
and the human, like he's still got so much of his humanity even as a vampire, and because he really doesn't want to kill anybody. He knows that he has to drink blood, but like he kind of regrets the decision to become a vampire.
Yeah. Oh, he's even a dick to him when he's turning like into a vampire. He's like,
yeah,
you wished for death. Like, here's death.
Yeah.
Like, I am death. I will make you death. You know, this is what you wished for.
Yeah. These costumes are amazing too. Like everything. This movie is so fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah, they just like I said, they don't just put this detail into productions anymore.
Yeah, they were not afraid to throw money at this.
Yeah.
At all. Oh, this fucking crazy lady and her dogs. I hate it. Enchanté. Oh my god.
Oh man.
For a vampire movie, you really don't even care that they're vampires.
It is really like secondary, yeah.
I mean, it's what drives the narrative, but like that could have been anything. They could have been. Yeah, here's where I don't have an example, but you're watching this for the character interaction. It doesn't matter that they're vampires. Vampirism is just the vehicle, and
yeah,
like you just love the dynamic between all the characters. How good is Brad Pitt? Like fucking. The only thing I don't like about him is like his accent comes and goes.
Yeah,
it's like it's not terrible, but
yeah, he's another one who's just been in some like outstanding movies, man. Like,
yeah,
another dude who's like not afraid to like laugh at himself too. Will do like goofy comedy roles. Like he was in a Jackass movie for Christ's sake.
Was he?
I want to say he's in the first or the second one. It's the one where they're running around in the panda outfits, and he's doing goofy shit where he's like getting fucked up and like getting hurt. And, like,
really?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen.
Hey, at the end of the thing, he takes off the panda head and it's Brad Pitt.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. The makeup is so good. It's so subtle.
Yeah, that's why it's so good. It doesn't need to be over the top.
Yeah, they're not. It's not like the fangs come and go and then they turn into these monstrous things. It's just they're just off, and they always look that way.
Yeah,
because they can blend into society that way.
Yeah, like I don't see this person as anything other than human, but something is not right.
Yeah. The one thing I would have liked is to see what the dark gift is for Louis. So, like you see Armand has that like mind control thing and he can put thoughts into your head.
Yeah. That's the thing they don't
Lestat can read people's thoughts. What can Louis do?
Other
than mope.
I think they go into that more in the books.
They might. I don't remember.
Basically, each vampire has like a specialty.
Yeah.
And like other vampires get stronger by drinking other vampires' blood, basically.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. I want to say Louis and Armand say something about that, like at the end. Louis says like, "Yo, so you want me like basically to quicken you?" Like he wants to drink Louis' blood to like, gain his power, and like I think vice versa. But yeah, that's like a big thing in the Anne Rice books. Like when the vampire drinks another vampire's blood, they get stronger. They gain that power that the vampire has.
It's like Highlander.
Yeah.
Very it's kind of, I mean, not by today's standards, but pretty edgy story for something written in like 76.
Yeah. Yeah, written almost 50 years ago.
Yeah. I dig it, man. Like,
shit, something else I was going to say.
I don't know.
Edgy, 50 years ago. Yeah, I don't remember. It's gone.
Is it gone? It's totally gone. Well, how about we rate this movie?
Yeah, my rating keeps like fluctuating. I
don't know about yours, but mine is high.
Yeah, it is. It is. I was trying to rate low, and like even so, I can't go that low with this movie. I think I'm going to give it a solid 8.
9.
Yeah.
I'm at a 9.
Really?
Yeah, I love this movie.
Even the 8 might be low.
8 is, I think,
because it's really good. I mean, like in terms of like vampire movies, it might be second to Dracula, the Bram Stoker's Dracula on my list.
They're neck and neck.
Yeah.
Like it's because you get a different thing with each one. Like they're both so good, but they're so good for different reasons.
Fuck, do I have to
I mean, you said 8, so stick with an 8.
Yeah, I made my bet. I'm going to lie in that 8.
Yeah.
One thing I remember what I was going to say. The thing that kind of I was a gripe. You're telling me after being a vampire for 250 years, Lestat wouldn't know that those twins that Claudia gave him were dead? Like, even if she gave them laudanum, like,
yeah,
he wouldn't know, like, immediately, like, oh, no, they're dead. Like,
yeah.
You know, he couldn't hear a heartbeat. He couldn't, like, something.
I mean, he didn't really check them out. He just went, oh, they're warm.
Yeah.
Chomp.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think his instincts would be a little better, yeah.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? How about some trivia?
Let us do some trivia.
All right.
All right, folks. Before we get to the trivia segment of the podcast, we want to take a second to tell you about our friends over at Newsly. Newsly is an all-in-one super app for iOS and Android. It picks up the most trending articles on the web and topics that you choose at any given moment and reads them to you in a natural human voice.
That's right. For the first time ever, the entire web becomes listenable all in one place.
You can browse articles from topics that you choose and start playing, stop scrolling, and start listening to the web.
You can follow any topic as specific as you like, from sports, tech, business, science, Bitcoin, or even the Cardassians from Star Trek. It will find you the latest articles and read them to you aloud.
It gets Star Trek specific. You can get right down to it.
Yep.
They even have podcasts as well, believe it or not. You can explore trending podcasts from over 80 different countries. I will let you in on a little bit of a secret. You're going to find the Big Dumb Monsters podcast there as well. I actually have been using this. I've been using Newsly to actually listen to the podcast lately.
Have you really?
Yes, I have. But believe it or not, I have. They even have digital radio at Newsly.
You can download and use Newsly for free now at www.newsly.me and use the promo code DUMBM and you will get a 1-month free premium subscription.
So check them out. Head over to newsly.me and tell them, you know what? Tell them the Big Dumb Monster sent you.
Yeah, do the thing.
And now, back to the trivia.
All the actors playing vampires were required to hang upside down for up to 30 minutes at a time during makeup. This would force all the blood in their bodies to rush to their heads, causing the blood vessels in their faces to bulge. Then the makeup artist would trace over those swollen veins, creating the eerie, translucent skin look. Because I don't know if you notice this, but like, you know, they get stressed out or strained or whatever. Those are right on those veins.
Yeah.
Which
damn, that's pretty good. Like,
yeah, that's clever.
That is detail.
I figured maybe they made them like strain or whatever and just kind of found the big ones.
Yeah, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna draw some vein lines. Like,
yeah. Nope, they're right on. The first film production to be given permission to close down 2 lanes of traffic on the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh.
which that must have sucked for everybody trying to go somewhere.
It was probably like super, super late at night. Like
I would think so, but
probably I'm gonna say
yeah,
like
but that
2 or
bridge
3
has
in
got to
the
be
morning.
hopping all the time.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise was placed on an elevated platform during some scenes to reduce the height difference between his character and other vampires because he is like 4'9".
Yeah, he is. He says he's 4. Oh no, I think he said 5'9". Yeah, he claims to be like 5'9", but
he's like 5'3", I think.
Yeah.
5'5" at the best.
Tiny little man.
He is little. Another Tom Cruise fact. He wanted a private set. So tunnels were built to escort the actors to and from the set. This was done so that the vampires' makeup effects would remain a secret. Which is pretty clever when you're doing, like, these big movies. You know, like paparazzi would always be trying to take, like, on-set photos. And I don't think anybody really gives a shit anymore. But, I mean, yes and no.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody goes out of their way to, like, hide anything these days.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why, to get around all the like paparazzi and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's why they just put that shit out there.
Yep. There were some really, really strange original casting ideas for this movie. And here's one. Anne Rice met with Tom Hanks to take to take the part of Lestat after seeing his performance in Philadelphia.
Oh, no.
But Hanks turned down the part in order to star in Forrest Gump, which is a much better idea for him.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Fucking T. Hanks is an American treasure.
No, he's great.
Yeah, he's not.
This is not the movie for him.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that would not have been good. During filming, televisions. I can't read. During filming, tensions developed between Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt over the latter's alleged poor personal hygiene. According to Cruise, his co-star didn't use any deodorant, and the resulting body odor became noticeable.
That is
one of those natural guys.
Yeah, that is a thing I've heard about him. Yeah. He fucking reeks, basically.
Yeah, it's like McConaughey. Dude is greasy.
Yeah. This dude ain't wearing deodorant and probably hasn't showered in a few days.
Yeah. See here. Lestat tells Louis that eating rats is a good way to stay alive if you're, quote unquote, in a ship for a month at sea. This is a reference to Bram Stoker's novel Dracula, in which Dracula hides on a ship below decks and survives by eating rats until he can arrive in London.
But
he also ate the crew.
He ate the crew.
He probably went through the rats first.
Yeah.
Natalie Portman auditioned for the role that went to Kirsten Dunst.
All right.
I could see it, but meh.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like Natalie Portman. She's great. I think she wouldn't have done as good a job in that role.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say as good a job. Just like they're just different personalities, like different. Yeah, Kirsten Dunst, I think, is a much better like choice for it.
Yeah. Even just visually.
Yeah.
I think just kind of fit the vibe a little better.
Yeah.
Due to Anne Rice's fear that her novel was not being adapted because Lestat and Louis could be perceived as homosexuals, at one point, and this is really fucking weird and gross, she rewrote Louis as a woman, considering Cher for the role. While eventually the role went back to being a male, Cher, along with Shirley Eichard, wrote a song for the movie's soundtrack called Lovers Forever that was rejected by producers but eventually released on Cher's 2013 album, Closer to the Truth. And that is gross. I like Cher. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
She's actually a pretty decent actress. I don't want to see her in a serious vampire role.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear her music on the soundtrack. Like, there are things that Cher can do and do very well. This would not have been one of them.
Yeah, no. That would not have worked.
Here's some other really interesting almost casting choices. John Malkovich, Richard Gere, Peter Weller, Alexander Gondanov, and Mel Gibson were considered for the role of Lestat at various points of development. She had been trying to get this movie made forever.
Yeah.
Like back when these people were like young. This is when they were trying to get this shit done.
Malkovich, I could see, like, he would do a decent job with it. Some of the other names, like Mel Gibson,
no.
Yeah.
While the production was filming in London, Brad Pitt stayed in a house which used to be owned by Peter Cushing. Right. Legendary Peter Cushing.
Yeah, Grand Moff Tarkin, Dr. Van Helsing.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's horror movie legend. Let's see. Oh, another. I didn't put it in the trivia, but because it's just like it was another casting choice thing. But I think it's actually pretty interesting. When Anne Rice was writing the book or first thinking about it, she had written the character with oh boy, I can't remember his name now. This is bad. Holy shit. Oh my god.
To the internet.
No, I can do this. Wait. Oh god. Nope, it's gone. To the internet.
Who did Anne Rice base Lestat on?
It was, holy Christ. I am embarrassed now.
Come on.
I can do this. Rutger Hauer.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I could see that working.
Imagine young Rutger Hauer.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of... I think we got a little taste of it when he did Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He's the bad guy in that.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was before... Was that before this?
Buffy?
The movie.
The original movie was from the 80s?
No, I want to say that's
92? I don't know.
Fuck, to the internet. I want to say 92.
92. Yeah, it might have been. Oh, Christ, yeah.
1992.
Yeah, because like that was Luke Perry at the height of his powers, wasn't it?
Yeah. Christ, I remember seeing that at the City 10. No, City 12, I'm sorry, at Crossgates. The upstairs, third floor one.
Yep. All right, moving on to our next fact here. The film was nominated for 7 Fangoria Chainsaw Awards, including Best Studio Big Budget Film, Best Actor for Tom Cruise, Best Supporting Actor for Antonio Banderas, Best Supporting Actress for Kirsten Dunst, Best Screenplay for Anne Rice, even though she didn't actually write the screenplay, but she had to be credited for it anyway because she wrote the book, according to Writers Guild, blah, blah, blah. Best Soundtrack for Elliot Goldenthal, and Best Makeup Effects for Stan Winston.
I will say the music in this movie is really good.
It's another one of those movies where it blends right in.
Yeah, and that's what
it's supposed to do. Yeah,
that's the sign of good music.
Yeah.
That's how did they give Best Supporting Actor to Antonio Banderas and not Brad Pitt?
Well, because he wasn't a supporting actor in this.
That's true. You're right. I mean, he's in like 3 scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't really see how Kirsten Dunst is a supporting actress. Because she's a main-ass character.
Yeah. She's really only in like maybe 40% of the movie, though.
Yeah, but that's an important 40%.
Yeah, you're right. Huh.
Anyway, the film won Best Supporting Actor for Banderas, Special Best Supporting Actress for Dunst, and Best Makeup Effects for Winston. And our last trivia fact. What do you think the body count is for this film?
32.
Nope. 56.
Damn.
For a drama? That's high.
Yeah, well, they are mowing down vampires in the theater at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a really great effect shot there.
The one on fire crawling on the ceiling?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is where it's like melting. It's like a screaming skeleton. Like, yeah, that was really cool.
Wait a minute. Was that one on the ceiling? Because Lestat winds up on fire on the ceiling, too.
Yeah, no, that one, it's kind of like they're looking down into the theater as it's on fire. And he's like clinging onto a gargoyle or something on the wall. Yes. Yeah, and it's like a screaming skull that's just like melting. And
yeah. Also, the silhouette of Louis with the scythe, with the fire in the background, very nice. Yeah, that's how cold he is. He's dancing with a fucking corpse, making jokes while her daughter is right there. And you really do feel bad for Louis, like, after he feeds on Claudia, because, like, he fought it for so long, and he just, like, snapped.
And the second he gives in, Lestat's there giving him shit about it.
Yeah.
The guy who's been telling him to just give in and do it, is now, giving him a fucking boatload of shit about giving in.
Yeah.
And, feeding on this girl.
Yep. It's not right, man. That's it. That's all I have for trivia.
All right. We will move on to the better known as segment of the show. We will start off with director Neil Jordan. Aside from this movie, he's probably best known as the director of The Crying Game. Pardon me, I want to say that won like Best Picture in '92, maybe. Let's take a look. 22 wins, yeah.
Won an Oscar.
Winner, Best Writing, Screenplay, Best Picture, Best Actor in a Leading. Oh, these are all.
Those are all nominations. Yeah.
All right, so one for Best Writing. Anyway, aside from that, we're still on The Crying Game. I believe that's writer. We aren't there yet. We're on director.
Mm-hmm.
Still putting out stuff. It's got a 2022 movie, Marlowe. He directed a couple episodes of the TV series The Borgias. Let's say that was like a Showtime series, maybe 2011, 10 years ago or so.
Mm-hmm. Byzantium was a vampire movie, wasn't it?
Was it? That sounds familiar. Maybe. It doesn't say so, but...
Man, these ads are gigantic.
Yeah.
Either way.
Let's see. Where are we? Ondine. It was like an Irish mermaid movie, I believe.
So he writes a lot. He writes.
I'm still in the writing thing. He does a lot of writing, but I think he's more prestigiously known as a director.
Mm-hmm. Michael Collins was big.
Yeah, that was a George Clooney movie, I believe. The Butcher Boy was another critically acclaimed movie.
Yeah.
We're No Angels. Is that the one with Paul Hogan and Sean Penn? No, I'm sorry, Robert De Niro and Sean Penn. Why did I think Paul Hogan?
I don't know.
Where they're escaped convicts pretending to be priests.
Oh, Jesus.
This used to be on HBO a whole lot. I've seen this movie a shit ton.
It does look familiar, but I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah. I want to say Demi Moore's in it also. Anyway. And that's pretty much what Neil Jordan is known for. Mm-hmm. Moving on to Brad Pitt. People may be familiar with Brad Pitt.
If we have to go through Brad Pitt's filmography for somebody, they're beyond our help. Same with Tom Cruise.
Even if you're just only watch horror movies, you've got to know who Brad Pitt is. If you're a horror movie fan, 12 Monkeys. There you go.
Yeah.
That's really
not even a horror movie.
It's sci-fi.
That's sci-fi.
Apocalyptic sci-fi.
Yeah. Has he been in any horror movies?
Well, let's go through his filmography.
I guess. Oh, that's right. He was in World War Z.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yep.
I forgot about that movie. This year he was just in Bullet Train, which is pretty decent. I saw that like a month or two ago.
It's good.
Yeah, it was decent. Little action movie. The Lost. Oh, that was that romantic comedy with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum.
Oh yeah.
He was in Ad Astra, which I liked. I thought that was a pretty good like sci-fi movie. It was basically like realistic sci-fi where like he's trying to get I forget where the fuck he's trying to get, but it's somewhere in deep space, and like it's at the point where like space travel is commercial.
Yeah.
So basically like him traveling through space is like traveling through a giant mall. Like,
Oh, weird.
yeah. Like, everything's like sponsored by, like, everything, is corporate, and like, but then he gets to like a point where, he is out on his own basically. And like, he gets past all like the corporate, and that's when like shit gets kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That was a really good
Sounds
sci-fi
very.
movie.
That sounds very like Philip K. Dick.
Yeah, I could see that. It's not as like, it's very realistic. It's not as like, outrageously sci-fi as like, as you think it would be, having that concept.
Mm-hmm.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I mean,
It's so good.
fuck, I love that movie.
I hate the ending so bad, but like
Just because, like,
getting there was so good.
yeah, it's like, you know what, we got to end this. Like, how do we end it? I don't know.
I mean, it was the ending was fun.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah. All right, the Manson family shows up, and Brad Pitt kills them all.
he beats them to death, all of them.
And as the dog just fucking maul them.
I gotta watch that again.
I that's like whenever I catch it, like I'm watching it.
Yep,
I'm watching.
I'm in.
He smokes the acid dips joint at the end of the movie, right before the fight with the hippies. Man, that is really like a dude movie though. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Anyway, he was also in Deadpool 2, another one where he took on a comedic role. He was the role of the Vanisher, where like the whole movie he's just invisible, so like nobody even thinks he's really there. And then when he dies, you finally see him, and it's Brad Pitt like getting electrocuted. Let's see, what are the other big ones?
Fury was good.
I still have never seen that, but I heard that's really, really good. That's
Yeah.
the tank movie, right?
Yep.
He was in 12 Years a Slave, World War Z, Killing Them Softly. Like, I remember seeing that.
Was that the one with Ray Liotta?
I think so. Possibly. Let's take a look. I know I've seen this movie. I remember not yet. Ray Liotta, Richard Jenkins also.
Yeah, no, good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just don't remember anything about it. Where the hell am I?
I don't know.
Oh, producer. That's why.
Oh,
Actor.
he produced Paper Girls?
Yeah.
Weird. Did you see that got canceled?
Yeah, that was a bummer. That was a fun show. Moneyball. That was a pretty good movie.
I like that a lot. I'm
Yeah.
not a big baseball guy, but that's a good ass movie.
Another dude movie, Inglourious Bastards.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Him trying to speak Italian is one of the funniest scenes. Like,
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Si. Gorlami.
Let me hear the music in it. Gorlami. Good lord.
Oh yeah, that's an awesome movie.
Oh, Benjamin Button was a complete fucking downer.
Yeah.
Burn After Reading sucked.
Yep. Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. That was a really good movie.
That was Colin Farrell?
Yeah. No. Casey Affleck. That looks a lot like Colin Farrell.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think it's Brad Pitt, though.
Because I've never seen it. I've only seen the picture and just haven't gone beyond that.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it.
So pardon
since
my
it came
ignorance.
out, but it was a really, really good movie.
Yeah.
Am I on producer again?
Sure are.
I am. Fuck you.
Man, why would it do that?
Nobody's here for Brad Pitt's producing credits.
Jesus Christ. He's got 70 producing credits and only 85 acting credits.
Yeah. Babel, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the Oceans movies, which are fun. I'll say it. They're not, high cinema. Troy, I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
He played Achilles in that movie. He was Boomhauer's brother, I think, on King of the Hill.
Jesus Christ.
It was only one episode. Yeah, Jackass. Night Monkey suit. I was on the TV show. It wasn't even one of the movies.
Oh, wow.
It was on the Jackass TV show.
Jesus.
Yeah.
In 2002?
Yeah.
That was
20 years ago.
Christ. 2002 had to be like the second season, maybe?
Yeah. Snatch. I love that movie. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Fuck. That is the third movie in this evening that I will put in my favorite class of movies. I have seen that movie dozens, if not hundreds of times.
Yeah, you're at 3 out of 10, bud.
Yeah. Like I said, it's so tough to pin down.
Yeah.
I really love that movie like so much.
Yeah.
The ending of that movie is so mind blowing. Like, because you just don't see it coming.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Snatch, go check it out. It is Guy Ritchie at his finest.
That's Guy Ritchie's best movie.
Yeah. Oh, hands down.
Like, it's not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do they call him Boris the Bullet Dodger?
He dodges bullets.
God, I love that movie. Came at me at a funny angle.
I'm the driver.
He's the getaway driver. What the fuck can he get away from? Of course, Fight Club.
Overrated.
Overrated. Still a good movie, but very, very overrated. Meet Joe Black. I've never seen that movie.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I remember it being huge.
Yeah. It just sounded boring.
It was a chick flick.
Yeah. Devil's Own. I never saw that, but I heard that was good too. Where he plays like an Irish terrorist.
Mm-hmm.
Sleeper is another movie I heard was great.
Seven. How did we forget Seven while we were trying to think of horror movies that he's been in? Seven is a fucking masterpiece.
Gigantic movie from the mid-90s that everybody saw and remembers. Like, yeah, we totally forgot about it.
So good.
12 Monkeys, which I mentioned earlier. Seven.
Legends of the Fall was huge.
He's got like this, like just right here in like the mid to late 90s, like this streak of awesome movies.
Yeah.
Legends of the Fall, Interview with the Vampire, True Romance, which is an amazing movie.
California, amazing.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie.
Dude.
Yeah.
Anybody? It's California with a K.
Yeah. Him and what's her name? Juliette Lewis.
Oh, fuck it. Mulder from X-Files. David Duchovny.
Oh, David Duchovny, yeah.
Yeah.
He was in an episode of Tales from the Crypt, and I do not remember it. He was like a street racer or something. A life on the edge hot rodder named Billy comes to town run by Sheriff Garrett.
Does he fuck his wife?
He fucks his daughter. Yeah, so close.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah. Sheriff played by Raymond J. Barry.
I'm pretty sure I have seen that.
Yeah. I don't remember it.
I don't know. Well, I mean, we have access to it, so.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
Yeah.
I started watching those and I just stopped.
I really want HBO to just put that on HBO Max.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That'd be so good. Nice. I would watch it so much.
I think it's one of those things that's like tied up in rights hell, so we're probably never ever going to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because I want to say Marvel claims ownership to it.
How?
Marvel bought EC Comics, I think, at some point, or EC became
that's a Warner Brothers property.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right, so that's okay. So it's Warner Brothers, HBO.
But HBO and Warner Brothers are in bed because they've got all the DC shit.
Yeah. So how is this tied up in rights hell then?
I don't know.
Somebody owns a goddamn stake of that movie that's not giving it up.
Yeah.
I know that. I just don't. I'm getting the players wrong.
Yeah. I'm almost 100% positive that EC became a DC Warner Brother property.
See, I thought EC got like folded into Marvel at one point.
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
Because
it
was all the same. It was all the same people that worked on like Mad Magazine and shit. It was like,
you are right, like William Gaines.
Yeah,
you are right about that.
And
Fuck
you. You're right.
Fuck
Eat
you.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Tales from the Crypt cartoon was on ABC. So they have their
That's
hand
Disney.
in there somewhere. Yeah. It's Disney Marvel.
Yeah.
They have their hand in there. I want to say they have a hand in it somehow.
It's sticky.
Yeah.
You know what they should do?
Get
Just
over
put it on HBO Max.
And I want to say making it even worse is like you have like the producers are like Richard Donner.
That's all like world class, super
Yeah.
famous fucking people that worked on it.
Yeah, like Robert Zemeckis is another one. Like,
So maybe it's they don't want to give those guys any more royalties.
it could,
But
could be another layer to the complicated legal cake that
I don't know
is
that they would
preventing us from watching Tales from the Crypt on streaming.
Yeah, I don't know that they would get a cut of anything streaming though.
I think it might be the gripe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why actors don't really make that much in royalties anymore either, because like nobody buys DVDs. Like there's no video sale. Like they would make half their money on video sale.
Yeah. We are back to Brad Pitt's credits.
Hold on, I'm not gonna look, but was his first movie? Oh Jesus Christ!
Probably not gonna get it.
Maybe second movie. The one where the women drive off the cliff at the end of the fucking movie. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Thelma and Louise.
Thelma and Louise.
Negative.
No.
Not even close.
Shit.
Yeah. This is right where we were. Yeah, here we go. Tales from the Crypt. Cool World, he was also in. Thelma and Louise.
Cool World just didn't land for me.
Yeah, that was the back of the comic books movie. So I'll always remember it, but I tried watching it, never enjoyed it.
It was like they tried to do a serious take on Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, they tried to do was it Ralph Bakshi that made it?
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't think so.
But it's not good.
No, it is directed by Ralph Bakshi. Yeah, he made Fritz the Cat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Watching cartoons isn't exactly.
It's not my thing.
Yeah. I really hate how they keep doing this shit to us.
Yeah.
Just leave the actor credits open.
Yep.
Let's see. Thelma and Louise.
Oh, damn. I was way off.
Yeah. He was on Growing Pains, the TV series.
Hell, he was on Freddy's Nightmares.
Ew. Freddy's Nightmares. Head of the Class, another big sitcom back in the day. 21 Jump Street. He was on an episode of that. He was on several episodes of Dallas.
God damn.
He is in the movie Less Than Zero. We were talking a couple weeks ago. I forget which episode it was during, about like Bret Easton Ellis and like that shared universe.
Yeah.
Less Than Zero also takes place in that same universe as like American Psycho and Rules of Attraction.
Yeah.
In Rules of Attraction, there's a character that keeps getting mentioned. He's not really like... I think the reason he is notable is that he's always missing. People always say like, oh, Blaine's not here. The kid from LA's not here. Blaine's not here.
Yeah.
Blaine is the main character in Less Than Zero.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is why he is missing a lot from the story in Rules of Attraction.
Got it.
He was in the movie No Way Out. That's the one I was looking at. I think that's like a Kevin Costner movie from like the late 80s. He was like a military lawyer or something. I don't know. I don't care.
I don't even know what it is, man.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I mentioned it,
oh boy,
look at.
Here we go.
I can actually just close this because we're done with his credits.
Sure can.
Yeah, it is a
Donner's
cover up and witch hunt. Politician kills his mistress, and that doesn't sound interesting to me.
No.
Yeah, Donner's angry because he hears us out here. He'll get over that.
Yeah.
Moving on to another actor you may have heard of, Tom Cruise.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go over it. I mean, but you all know who Tom Cruise is.
Fuck yeah. He's the guy from Legend.
Exactly. I did not know they were making a sequel to this. It's not called Live, Die, Repeat.
That was the tagline.
Yeah. And people just thought that was the...
Did that start with an E? I'm sure if you scroll, you'll see it.
Yeah, that is also a way to... Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Edge of Tomorrow. It's actually a really good movie.
Started with an E.
Yeah, it did, yeah. Really good sci-fi movie. It's basically Groundhog's Day, but like an action sci-fi version with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. They're making a sequel to that.
I still haven't seen the other one.
I recommend it. It's a good movie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
He, of course, just announced this week he's going to be doing like a spacewalk for an upcoming movie.
Oh, Jesus
They haven't
Christ.
said what it is yet.
Just something to
he's
make...
going to die. He's going to die doing a spacewalk. And like, it's not going to be a fun death either. Like, he's going to drift off into space and like, like we're just never going to see Tom Cruise again. Like, he's going to either like have to take his helmet off to kill himself or just die of thirst. Like,
you know what he's doing? He's going to try to find Xenu.
Yeah. I'm just calling it now, folks. That's how we're going to lose Tom Cruise.
Oh, well. He's got to go somehow.
Yeah. But we've got 2 more Mission Impossible movies coming out. Is there one? Yeah. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I thought there was one coming out and then 2 more, but no. We have one coming out next year and then one coming out in 2024.
I've been done with those since the second one.
Somehow it is the rare case of a franchise getting better as it ages.
Really?
No joke.
I think we've talked about this before because I saw the first one and it was like, eh. And then I saw the second one and I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
So then like, why would I keep going back?
Yeah. That's pretty much the standard like MO on those. And like the third one was when they were like, okay, we got to get our shit together and start like putting out good movies.
Yeah.
And that's when they started getting better.
Okay.
I want to say the last one, Fallout, like wasn't fantastic, but still was like...
Was that the one where he was hanging on to the plane while it was...
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can usually remember from whatever whack fucking stunt that he's done.
Whichever way he tried to kill himself previously. Yeah. But still like a decent movie. Top Gun Maverick, by all accounts, should have been terrible, but somehow came out to be a really good movie.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah. I don't know how. It's really good. Yeah. He, of course, made The Mummy, a remake from 2017, which was not good.
I'm good on that.
The Jack Reacher movies he made also were not good. Edge of Tomorrow, which we just mentioned a little while ago, is 2014. Yep. I highly recommend checking that out. Oblivion, that came out as like at the same time as like a Matt Damon movie. They had like basically the same premise, where it was like in the future, and
was that when Elysium came out?
Yes, that's the one. They're like basically the same movie, I think.
I think you might be right.
Yeah. I think healthcare is basically the point of it.
And tell you straight up, I love Rock of Ages.
Never seen it.
It is just 80s amazingness.
He played Stacey Jacks. I believe the first actor to play Stacey Jacks, Chris Hardwick.
Oh, in like the Broadway musical version?
Yeah. In like the California, I think.
Woof.
Musical version. When they were first like putting it together.
Yeah. I don't see that working out very well.
Yeah. Valkyrie, which was a pretty good movie. That was 2008. Holy shit. That's where he plays the Nazi who tried to kill Hitler.
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder, of course, also 2008. Classic movie.
It's an amazing movie.
His role in that movie is fucking mind-blowingly good.
Yeah.
Les Grossman.
A lot of people didn't even realize that was him.
Yeah, because he plays a fat, middle-aged, bald man.
Yeah. Really, really well, too.
We do not negotiate with terrorists. The War of the Worlds remake wasn't horrible. It was just kind of like dull and forgettable. But not bad, just not great. Collateral, really good movie.
The one with Jamie Foxx, right?
Yeah, where Jamie Foxx is
he's driving the cab driver. Yeah.
And Tom Cruise is like this hitman who basically like kidnaps him and makes him drive him around while he does shit.
Yeah, that was really good.
Last Samurai, white man.
I didn't love it.
Yeah, teaches Japanese people how to be samurai. He had a cameo in Goldmember, the lesser of the Austin Powers movies.
Yeah.
Minority Report, pretty decent movie. Can't believe that's 20 years old.
It only gets worse from there.
Yeah. Magnolia, it was a pretty memorable role for him. Eyes Wide Shut, I remember seeing that in the theater. Ooh, pardon me. Jerry Maguire.
That came out after the first Mission Impossible?
Yeah, believe it or not, the first Mission Impossible movie came out 26 years ago.
I'm going to throw up. That was his next movie after this?
Yeah, he didn't do a movie for 3 years after this. It was Mission Impossible.
Oh my God.
He is another one with just like this streak right here of amazing, amazing movies. I mean, almost like he...
No, it goes all the way... Well, I don't know what Endless Love is.
Friends listen to Endless Love in the Dark. I was watching Happy Gilmore earlier today. He's in The Outsiders in 1983, Risky Business, All the Right Moves, Legend, Top Gun, The Color of Money, Cocktail, Young Guns, Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July, Days of Thunder, Far and Away, A Few Good Men, The Firm, and then Interview with a Vampire.
No, it keeps going because then there's Mission Impossible, Jerry Maguire, Eyes Wide Shut. That's when you get a break.
Yeah. Magnolia, Minority Report.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
Jesus Christ.
The dude just cranks out amazing movies.
I always thought Legend came out before Risky Business.
But
it didn't.
Apparently not, yeah. 2 years. I haven't seen
Same
Legend
year.
in a very long time. No, Risky Business is 83. Legend is 85.
Oh, I looked across and I saw it 83.
Yeah.
But he did have 3 movies come out in 83.
And then 86, he had Top Gun and The Color of Money. Both really good movies.
Jesus. That's unnatural.
We rattled off Young Guns and then completely didn't even, like, glossed over the fact that he's, like, as a cameo in that movie. He's not even credited. He's like, made up. Yeah. He just, like, dies on camera.
Is he just, like, friends with somebody that was in the movie?
Probably, yeah. He's all made up and you can't even tell it's him. I forgot about that.
Rain Man's so good. Days of Thunder, I love it.
Oh, yeah. Robin is racing.
You don't even have to like NASCAR to like that movie.
Yeah, I can't. I could not watch NASCAR. I love Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
It's a good Nintendo game, too.
I think we talked about this before.
Yeah.
Very recently.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
We will move on. Antonio Banderas.
He's Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
Move it on.
He has played that fucking character for like 20 years almost also. They're still cranking out Puss in Boots shit. I didn't realize that.
There's a new one coming out.
Yeah. No clue. No clue. He's in the new Indiana Jones that's going to be coming out next year. Yeah, there's a Puss in Boots coming out this year. And it's not even like the first Puss in Boots movie. This is like...
Yeah, it's like the third or fourth.
Yeah, they have like a Puss in Boots series. Like, yeah, he's milking that fucking character for all it's worth.
Yeah, because, that character was introduced in, Shrek 2, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shrek 2.
He's in the Uncharted movie. I'll say it. Not a horrible movie.
I still haven't seen it.
It's not, again, like, not high cinema.
Yeah.
You want a big budget?
I think it's supposed to be.
Action movie?
Yeah.
It checks all the boxes.
All right.
Let's see. There was a Doolittle movie in 2020. All right.
No, thank you.
Another Puss in... Yeah, playing Puss in Boots in a series.
If it's DreamWorks, he's playing Puss.
Yeah. SpongeBob movie, Fish Sponge Out of Water. That he's in the Expendables 3. Machete Kills. Puss in Boots, another one.
Uh-huh.
Puss in Boots, another one. Spy Kids 4.
I think he was in all. Yeah, he's in all the Spy Kids movies.
He is in the. He's also in the short that Spy Kids is based off of in the movie 4 Rooms.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's actually a really, really funny like short. There's like 4 directors. They did like 4 segments of this movie, and it takes place in a hotel.
Oh, Tarantino did one, didn't he?
Yes, Tarantino did one. Robert Rodriguez did one. Yeah. I forget who the other like 2 segments were.
Yeah.
But
those are the only 2 that I think ever get talked about.
Yeah, because the Rodriguez one was the one that gave birth to Spy Kids. And again, it's entertaining on its own.
Yeah.
Puss in Boots and Shrek Forever After.
Shrek the
Puss
Hall.
in Boots.
Shrek the Third.
Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
Legend of Zorro 2005 and the Mask of Zorro.
Misorio.
Yeah, it was a few years earlier. Those are pretty decent movies. The first one was really, really good.
Yeah.
And then 2004 was when he plays Puss in Boots for the first time in Shrek 2. Once Upon a Time in Mexico, which is
not good.
Yeah.
Say it right now. That movie sucked ass.
Yeah, I remember being so disappointed by that movie. Original Sin. I might have told this story before. I don't know if I told it on the podcast. I worked at the movie theater at the time when this came out, and it was like this steamy.
This movie is nothing if not fucking steamy.
Yeah, like a steamy romance drama.
Angelina Jolie, right?
Yeah, Antonio Banderas and Angelina Jolie. Like, I want to say like he plays like this coffee baron in South America, and
something like that. Yeah,
and like she's like a mail order bride or something. It's basically like a steamy sex drama.
Yeah,
and I remember. God, it's so horrible. We were, I was ushering one night, and like it was me and I think it was my roommate at the time. And we're just standing there waiting for the theater to clear out. Like there might have been like a post-credit scene or something. That's why everybody was usually staying to watch the credits. So we're just standing there, and like it's clear. I mean, this movie is like clearly marketed to women. Is like again, a steamy romance.
I don't think you can just say steamy. You have to say steamy.
And we're just standing there, and like it's just dead quiet, and there's like literally like a dozen women just sitting there watching the credits.
Yeah.
And like he just leans over and goes, "Oh man," he's like, every one of these women is just gonna go home now and get into a hot tub and masturbate for like 3 hours. I laughed so hard I had to leave the theater.
Just grinding away.
Like it was just like it was marketed to the Lifetime crowd.
Oh yeah,
basically is like the way to put it. And like,
yep.
Yeah.
It was a date movie.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm an adult. Anyway.
Yeah. Hey, the 13th Warrior was fucking awesome.
Yes. Yeah, that was a good book too.
I didn't know it was.
Yeah, it was written by Michael Crichton.
Oh, really?
Did Jurassic Park, yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically a retelling of Beowulf through the eyes of like he's an Arab like visitor, like of some. I think he's like I forget why he's in Norway, but he's an Arab guy, and he's telling basically the story of Beowulf, and like just like I went to this place, and then like I saw these weird like warriors, and then holy shit, a fucking monster broke in one night, like
yep.
Yeah. So I recommend both the movie and the book.
I want to say he was brought over as like a tactician or something like that.
I think he was like a merchant or something maybe, but
it's been so long.
Yeah.
The movie's long as shit too.
Yeah.
That's really the downfall.
The Mask of Zorro from 1998. Again, that's a really, really good movie.
Yep.
Assassins.
Vita.
Vita.
Is that the one with Madonna?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 4 Rooms was 1995. Oh, God, that doesn't feel good. Desperado was also 95.
Desperado.
Which, God, I love that fucking movie.
I forgot he was in Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, isn't he Tom Hanks's like boyfriend in that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just want to say one more time, Desperado is goddamn awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's really not good.
Oh no, not at all. But like, if you're looking for just a gritty, like just shoot 'em up, bloody action movie,
It's nasty.
You cannot go wrong with Desperado.
Yeah.
I love me some fucking Robert Rodriguez.
It is everything it needs to be.
Yeah, that is my favorite Robert Rodriguez thing, and like I love From Dusk Till Dawn, but
yeah,
Desperado is yeah. And that's really like the biggest stuff that he's known for. Before that, it's
everything else,
Spanish television stuff.
Yeah.
Mambo Kings was like the first I think American movie he was really like known for.
I'm pretty sure I don't know how true it is, but I'm pretty sure I heard him say in an interview that he learned to speak English making a movie, like making an American movie.
It probably was Mambo Kings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, need a little refreshment there.
Yeah. Damn, his credits go back a long time.
Yeah, 1982 was his first appearance. Moving on to Kirsten Dunst, also has been in one or two projects of note.
Yeah.
Throughout her career. Most notably, I mean, she's Mary Jane Watson in the Spider-Man movies, the original ones. I swore that this was her first on-screen appearance was this movie. Not even close. Go right to the beginning. 1989, New York Stories was her first credit. She is the English voice version of Kiki, Kiki's Delivery Service.
That's a Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Studio Ghibli. She was in the movie The Bonfire of the Vanities in 1990. That was like Tom Hanks, Bruce Willis, Melanie Griffith.
Yeah.
A whole shitload of people. She was in Star Trek The Next Generation in 1993 before she was on this.
God damn.
She was on the show Sisters on NBC. So she was in a lot of stuff before she gets to this. And then after that, she was in, a lot of notable stuff. Little Women, Jumanji. She was in the 90s version of The Outer Limits. She was on ER for a little stint, it looks like.
Damn.
The Tower of Terror movie, Wonderful World of Disney. She's in the movie Wag the Dog with everybody.
Over Anastasia.
Anastasia, the cartoon.
Wag the Dog was the one about the president who faked a war so he couldn't get
reelected.
So he can get reelected.
Yeah.
Or was it like so he didn't have to get reelected because it was like during wartime the president stays or some shit?
No, he was like gonna be in there was like it was gonna come out that it was like he's basically like a Bill Clinton like type where he's gonna be like in the sex scandal.
Oh,
so they start this war to like distract from that.
Okay.
She's in the movie Small Soldiers, which is a really, really good movie in my opinion.
It is.
It's a Joe Dante movie. So like maker of like Gremlins and stuff. And, it's in the same vein as Gremlins, where like it's a family movie, but like kind of scary for kids.
Yeah.
But still a really, really good movie. Let's see, where are we? Still Virgin Suicides, Drop Dead Gorgeous, Dick. She is in one of the really bad Crow sequels. I think that's the third one.
It's Crow Salvation.
Yeah.
In 2000.
I'm positive that's the third one. City of Angels was the second
Yes.
one.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
God,
yeah, this is the one where he gets the quote unquote makeup from being electrocuted. Yeah. Yeah. Because he went to death row, but he was innocent. Or some shit.
God.
Those movies just do not have a good track record.
Yeah, no, the first one's great, and then it's just shit.
I mean, they're watchable, but they're shit.
Iggy Pop made the second one watchable, in my opinion. Anyway. Let's see, the Spider-Man movies, which we mentioned. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That is a great, great movie.
It's all right.
See, there's one of those ones I didn't watch for a very long time because I thought it was going to be overrated because everybody loved that movie. Yeah. And then I watched it, I'm like, oh no, fuck, this is actually a really good movie.
Yeah. I mean, meh. It's just not for me, I guess. I don't know.
Marie Antoinette. When her career kind of hits the skids. Oh, she's in the Fargo TV series, which is pretty good. That was the I want to say that was the season that was like in the 70s. She was in an episode of Black Mirror. And she was
That's
just
it.
Yeah, she was just in Power of the Dog, which is a good movie, but also I would say very, very overrated. People really, really blew that movie up.
Yeah.
It was one of those like, oh, it's a Western that's gonna change how you see Westerns, and no, it's not.
Is that the one where the director just recently said he was a Nazi or something?
No, it was a female director.
Okay.
That's the one where Sam Elliott got all up in arms, like.
Oh yeah.
He did. Like, it's a gay cowboy movie, like.
Sam, be quiet.
Yeah, Sam, shut up, dude.
Shut up, Sam.
Yeah,
don't do it. You can't handle this.
And yeah, everybody got mad at Sam Elliott for a little while. Yeah. But it's Sam Elliott. I mean, come on. It's like
he's an old Western dude. Like, what do you want?
Yeah. I was just saying, I love how this week the internet tried to come for Bill Murray, and everybody was just like, "Nah."
What happened with Bill Murray? I've been out of it.
A couple of months ago, he got like fired off of a movie, for like inappropriate behavior, and like he basically, I forget what they said he did. Like he straddled some girl. Like, basically, he was, I'm not going to defend him.
Was he just being weird Bill Murray?
Yes, exactly. He took a joke way too far, which is, not an excuse.
Yeah.
But, it's something he's been known to do. Again, not defending the behavior. So that came out a couple months ago, and because the details came out this week.
Yeah.
And then Rob fucking Schneider was like, oh, he was a jerk to a lot of people on Saturday Night Live in the 90s. And like
Rob Schneider has stories where he's like the victim of everybody.
Yeah. First of all, fuck Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
Literally, I don't have specifics on him, but like anybody I know who has had any kind of interaction with him, thinks he's a giant piece of shit.
Yeah.
So that right, like immediately tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
And yeah, his latest thing is like he's basically cashing in on conservative culture.
Oh yeah.
He's figured out like if I pretend to be conservative, if I whine about culture issues, I'll get on Fox News, I'll get booked on these things, I'll make money by doing this.
Yeah. And
that's what he's doing. He's just a piece of shit. Like to be fair, everybody fucking hates Rob Schneider. Like everybody thinks is an asshole to Rob Schneider. So that story like doesn't hold much water. Then Seth Green was like, well, I was in a thing with him when I was 9, and like he picked me up and like held me over a garbage can and like said he was gonna throw me out. Like,
yeah, so what?
He was joking with you and again took it too far. Like,
yeah.
And like people just try to like
I've done that to my nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
And my children.
Yeah. And like it was just like one person after another piping up with like a Bill Murray being a jerk to them story. And people were just like, nah.
No, we're not doing that.
Nah.
We're not going after Bill Murray.
Yeah, we don't care. Yeah. I mean, like, Grant, if it were like a story, like a Bill Cosby type of thing where he's like raping women or like he murdered somebody, yes, then we can turn on Bill Cosby. But like, I mean, Bill Murray. we could justifiably turn on him too.
But if he's just being a jackass,
just being an asshole, like,
then fuck you.
Yeah. Not gonna happen. Like the man's too beloved. And again, that's not an excuse, but that's just the fact. Like
there's a disproportion here.
Yeah.
How much he is loved by everybody versus how much of a jackass he has been. And there's a difference between like, I think this is funny, haha, I guess you don't.
Yeah.
And like assaulting people. Like there's a difference there.
Yeah. Anyway, we're opening up a cultural can of worms.
Yep.
Christian Slater's in this movie.
Sure is.
Yeah. Hey, he's in something called Pussy Island that's currently in post-production.
Jesus Christ.
He is also in the animated Army of the Dead TV show that's going to be coming out.
Oh,
I don't know how I feel about that. I did enjoy Army of the Dead.
The movie was fun.
Yeah, it's fun. I watched it like several times.
They needed to leave it at that.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Maybe give us. Well, I don't even want a sequel because
I don't want anything else.
Because the story wrapped itself up. Like it's good.
I'm done.
Then they had that fucking prequel with the one weird German dude, which was terrible.
Yeah, we are done here.
Yeah, now we've got an animated series sequel. I think there's a movie, like live action movie sequel coming also.
Yeah.
Anyway, he is also in the upcoming Willow TV series.
I'm afraid of that.
No, I think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I have the utmost faith that will be good. I mean, Disney's handling it. It's got all of the original like people involved. Like, I think it's going to be good. Trust Disney Plus. Say what you will about the Disney company. Disney Plus, the TV shows have been consistently goddamn good.
Yeah. I'm just afraid.
Yeah, I don't know. I have faith. If it were any other streaming service, I would not be as positive.
Yeah.
Disney Plus will do it right.
Disney is not afraid to throw money at stuff. So
yeah.
I guess.
They're like the crazy like obsession with perfection like pays off every now and again with Disney. Like, yeah.
We'll see.
He was in a great episode of Rick and Morty from not that long ago. 2020. It is not 2022. Oh wait.
That's Archer.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. They made a Vindicators spinoff. But anyway, he was in a Rick and Morty episode about the Vindicators. It's basically their version of like the Avengers.
Oh Jesus.
And like it's the whole premise is like Rick is a part of the team, but like he finds out that like they've been having adventures without him because they don't want to deal with him because he's such an asshole. So like the whole episode is like he gets drunk and like basically sets up all these traps like for the fucking Vindicators, and yeah, it's I love that fucking show. Again, toxic fandom fucking ruins it, but
yeah, like I don't even want to try to watch it.
Oh god,
because I don't want to be associated.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, Christian Slater.
Oh, Dr. Death.
I wanted to watch that. I had it like on it's on the cock, I believe.
I heard the podcast was fucking astounding.
Yeah. It's the TV show is based on it, and I guess it's a real story that's just like mind blowing. Never got off the ground to watch it though.
There's just so much.
Yeah, there's way too much stuff to watch. He played Christian Slater in a Scooby-Doo like property in 2020. He was on that show Mr. Robot, which I heard was really good. I never watched it though.
That must have been all of it. 45 episodes.
Oh, he is Mr. Robot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wasn't even looking at that credit.
He did the voice of Deadshot in the Suicide Squad cartoon from 2018. 2017 was the Rick and Morty episode.
Yeah. Jeff and some aliens.
All right. He did the voice of Deadshot in a lot of DC animated stuff, it looks like.
Well, they usually pick somebody and then just go with them.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good like that. They like that consistency. That
Lars von Trier Nymphomaniac 2-part movie.
Yeah. Wasn't Shia LaBeouf in some of those?
I think he was in. Yeah, I think he was in those. I'm gonna say Willem Dafoe is in. No, he's in the Antichrist. There's another Lars von Trier weird sex movie. He's probably in that one too. It's fucking Willem Dafoe. It's a weird sex movie. Like I think he's contractually has to be in the movie,
which is so weird because he's not attractive at all.
Did a lot of voices on Robot Chicken.
Yeah, because I think he's friends with Seth Green.
Probably Seth Green, yeah. That's a show I really, really love, but like I think they just need to wrap it up at this point.
I didn't know it was still going.
Exactly.
Woof.
Yeah.
No, we don't need that anymore. There was a time where that show was just gold.
Yeah.
That time was.
It would be unthinkable.
Was 15 years ago.
Yeah, it would be unthinkable to like what you just said, like that show is still on, to not know that there's a new episode of Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, oh, hey, Robot Chicken's still on.
Ugh.
He was in an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, which I love that show.
Yeah. Igor was pretty good.
Igor. Oh, that was, yeah, they made an animated Igor. That was a while ago.
I think if that's the one I'm thinking of, the animated Igor, then yes, that's a good movie.
I remember seeing promos for that at Comic-Con.
Yep,
back
that's
then.
the one.
Yep.
Steve Buscemi was in that. He played that rabbit creature there.
All right. He was in Zoolander as himself. He was in 3,000 Miles to Graceland, the Elvis heist movie.
Kurt Russell, right?
Yeah. Very Bad Things. I thought that was an okay movie. Well, with the bachelor party where like they end up killing the hook or the stripper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think who else was in that.
Not Daniel Stern. Yeah. Is that his name? Daniel Stern, the guy from like City Slickers and the narrator on Wonder Years. Yeah, Daniel Stern.
Yeah, one of the fucking sticky bandits.
Cameron Diaz.
The wet bandits. Whatever movie you're watching.
Yeah. Home Alone. There we go. The John Favreau, possibly.
Yeah. Okay.
Daniel Stern, John Favreau, Leland Orser.
Yeah, this is coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't think they killed the hooker. I think she just died at the bachelor party.
Yeah. It happened like accidentally. Yeah.
She like fell and hit her head or something.
Yeah. And then they all start like turning on each other, and then a couple of them end up dead.
Yeah.
Let's see. Christian Slater, still in the late 90s here. Damn. Broken Arrow, that action movie with John Travolta.
Wasn't great.
No. True Romance, which I love that movie. That's a good movie.
Mm-hmm. The sequel to Fern Gully.
Cuffs, that was 92. Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country, 91. He's Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, also in 91.
Yeah.
Up the volume. Young Guns 2. Tales from the Dark Side of the movie. I remember that.
Oh, Heathers. Yeah.
Heathers, yeah. Classic Movie. Gleaming the Cube. I remember watching that a lot on HBO when I was a kid.
Skateboarding movie.
Yeah. Heathers, obviously. I mean, classic. Crime Story, which I always mention when it pops up. I don't know why that show stuck in my head, but it really, really did.
I don't know. Oh, The Legend of Billie Jean. My wife and her older sister are fucking obsessed with that movie. Like they were on a wild fucking hunt to get this thing on DVD.
Yeah.
Like, because it doesn't exist.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
Fucking
There's another one that was on HBO like all the time.
Who did the fucking Pat Benatar soundtrack?
Yeah. We have the right to be angry. What are we running from? God, I'll say it. I love that movie too.
I still haven't seen it.
Yeah. It's not going to have the same, like, because you're watching it removed from the time and place.
I think they were watching it and I walked into the room and saw about 5 minutes of it and went out of the room.
Oh yeah. I'm sure if I saw it now, I would probably hate it. Like, it would be terrible. Yeah. Because I watched the shit out of it in the 80s because I had nothing else to do. That's it for the more like well-known stuff that he's in.
That's it.
Moving on, John McConnell. I saved him for one reason.
Oh, he was the doll maker, right?
Possibly. Let me see. Well, I don't want to go to his things. It's going to give away who he is. He is in a movie. I'm going to say one line, and you're going to know what movie he is. You're going to know who he is in the movie.
Yeah.
And stay out of the Woolworths.
Oh, shit!
Oh, brother, where art thou? He is the Woolworths manager.
Amazing.
Yeah. I fucking love that movie too, man.
Yeah.
That's
a top 10er for me.
That might be in my top 10 also.
Are we going to hit all of your top 10?
I'm up to almost half of my top 10. Jaws, so that's 5 right there.
Pulp Fiction's got to be in there, right? Knowing you. Damn close, huh?
It might be...
This is number 11, maybe?
Yeah, just because I've seen it so many times. It's like it's lost a little bit for me. Like, it doesn't have that same...
Yeah.
Like, although I haven't seen it in a while, I could go for a rewatch.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. If I had to pick one Tarantino for my top 10, I don't know if that would be it.
Ooh, if you got to go one Tarantino for the top 10.
Yeah.
That's going to be it for me, dog. Because I love Reservoir Dogs, but it is not. Dogs. It's not really that great.
I love Pulp Fiction. I love fucking Django Unchained.
I don't.
I love that movie.
I mean, Kill Bill is good.
Fucking Kill Bill.
Yeah. But I
gotta put Kill Bill. I gotta put Kill Bill Part 1 above Pulp Fiction for me.
I like Pulp Fiction better.
Kill Bill is mind-blowingly good.
It's super fun.
Yeah. The goddamn fight at the end of the first movie is...
Yeah.
Uma Thurman kills like 100 dudes. And women, actually.
Well, there's only 88 of them.
That's true.
Actually, there's not even 88 of them.
That's right. They just call themselves that.
Stay out of the Woolworths.
Yeah. I mean, he's really like... he might be in a few other things, but like... As soon as I saw that, I'm like, holy Christ.
Yeah.
Let me see. I just don't want to sell him short on anything.
He's been in a bunch of Hap and Leonard, and I keep wanting to start that show.
Yeah, I would like to watch it. He's in Django Unchained.
Huh.
Also in 12 Years a Slave. Two very, very opposite ends of the slave movie spectrum.
Yeah.
He's also an Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Amazing.
Softly. He's in Columbiana. That was originally written as a sequel to The Professional. And then Natalie Portman was like, no thanks.
Yeah. No.
So they had to change up the story a little bit.
Jonah Hex. I like it.
Did you ever see the 2011 version of The Mechanic? With Jason Statham?
No, but I remember the ads for it.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty good movie. He's in Jonah Hex.
I do like Jonah Hex a lot. I like the Jonah Hex comics.
I've never read any Jonah Hex.
And I always loved him when he showed up on Justice League Unlimited, too.
Yeah. He's in The Lady Killers, one of the lesser Coen brothers. I still like that movie. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? Yep. That was the one I think they did right after. They did Lady Killers right after that. And they were trying to like maintain that like kind of comedy vibe that they had, and it wasn't. It was like too dark of a comedy to like be that like lighthearted.
Yeah. Just didn't quite nail it.
Yeah, he was on 11 episodes of Roseanne. I'm like King of the Hill.
Gambler.
Nope, not that King of the Hill.
Was he the guy that was going to shoot Louis?
On what?
Interview with the Vampire. He's a gambler.
Oh.
Remember,
I don't know.
Remember Louis was playing cards in the beginning?
Yeah, in the beginning. Yeah.
That might be that might be him.
Beginning. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're all right. Yeah.
He calls him a stinking piece of awful.
He's in Miller's Crossing too, which is a really good movie.
Yeah. Hey,
Jewish mobsters.
Episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh, yeah. Huey Long. Moving on. Belina Logan. She was the tavern girl, the one in the beginning. The one when Louis first becomes a vampire. When it's him and Lestat.
Yeah, he bites her in the mouth.
Yeah, and like when she's dead on the table, like Lestat just
throws two
coins down. Yeah. She was actually in a lot of things over the years. She's still in stuff up to 2022. Let's see. Of note, recently she was on NCIS. Big Little Lies. I want to say that was on HBO. That was like a pretty acclaimed miniseries on there.
Midnight Texas started off good, and then I stopped giving a fuck.
What's it about?
Supernatural shit happening in Texas.
All right. Sounds cool.
Like, yeah.
She was on the show Better Things, which was apparently really good. I never got into it though. It was basically the Louis C.K. show, but with a woman instead.
Oh, okay.
She was in the Twin Peaks revival, and I believe in the original Twin Peaks too. We'll get there though as we scroll through. NCIS Los Angeles. She was in Sons of Anarchy for 7 episodes. She was on ER for 27 episodes. ER seems to be a popular show with our cast this evening.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was like the show at this point.
Around that time, yeah. Interview with the Vampire, Law and Order. She was in the original Twin Peaks as well.
Yeah.
She was in the movie Blue Steel in 1990 as well as Twin Peaks. There's the Jamie Lee Curtis like cop.
Yeah, she was a rookie cop, right?
Yeah. First credit was 1980 in something called Insight. Tandy Newton. She had a very brief role in this movie, but has gone on to much, much bigger things. Of recently, she was on that Westworld show on HBO, which I think is incredibly overrated.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Yeah. I didn't like the movie.
I've never seen the original movie.
Yeah.
It started off as like a pretty good show. Like it just, I don't know. They just get a little too carried away with it.
What I know her most from is Chronicles of Riddick.
Yes. Yeah. She's in, it's the second Riddick movie, I believe.
Yep.
She does a voice on Big Mouth and on the spinoff Human Resources. She's one of the like the hormone monsters, Mona. She was also in Solo, Star Wars story. She was Woody Harrelson's girlfriend in that movie.
Oh yeah.
That movie gets a lot of shit. I thought that was a really good movie. What did you like? What were you expecting out of a Han Solo movie?
I was expecting a better heist movie.
Well, yeah, all right, I'll give you that, a better heist, but like it's fun. There's like action sequences that are pretty cool.
It was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
I don't get the hate for it, man. I really like that movie.
I knew that it wasn't gonna be like Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I thought it would be a better heist. Like it was just meh.
I could see that.
It was vanilla.
Where are we? Let's see.
Boss bitch fight challenge. I think that's where we left off. No, Solo. Not a whole lot of stuff I'm recognizing here, man.
Hey, she was on ER for 14 episodes.
Jesus.
She played Condoleezza Rice in W. That was the Oliver Stone, George W. Bush movie.
Oh, good. Rock and Rolla.
Rock and Rolla, one of the lesser Guy Ritchie movies. Snatch on the high end, Rock and Rolla on the low end of the Guy Ritchie scale.
Yeah.
She's in the Eddie Murphy comedy Norbit.
Let me say that again for everybody in the back.
And yes, 2004, she was in the Chronicles of Riddick.
I love that movie. You still haven't seen that, have you?
I have not, no.
Do yourself a favor. Watch Chronicles of Riddick.
I still can't get over Vin Diesel just being a ridiculous man.
Yeah, but it's in that movie, he's ridiculous in the best way.
He's clown shoes. Anyway. Interview with the Vampire in 1994. That's probably it for the notable stuff. This is like her 5th role, it looks like.
Yeah.
Next up, Indra Ove.
She was the prostitute.
Yeah, she's the one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like, in her actual credits, it's New Orleans whore.
Whore, yeah. She's the one who's like, I need a priest.
Yeah.
Like when he puts her into the coffin.
Yep.
Is there a reason I saved her? She's been in some stuff here and there. Sex Education, which was on, I think, Netflix or HBO Max. I don't remember. It was kind of popular for a bit though. She's in The Rise of Skywalker. She plays a First Order officer.
Oh. She's on Good Omens.
Yeah.
People like that.
They just announced a sequel to that.
Still haven't watched it.
It was pretty good.
What else is here?
I'm looking.
Holby City.
Holby City, popular British show, which we've mentioned before.
Yeah.
That's probably really anything of note.
Well, you're only in 2006, dog.
Yeah.
Maybe she was in a bunch of stuff.
They made a TV sequel series to The Worst Witch. Okay.
Oh,
she's in Resident Evil, the first movie.
Gross.
Which is 20 years old too. I'll save that one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that. You know what? We're going to move on.
Oh, she was in The Fifth Element.
Oh, that's why. That's right. Yeah. She's one of the
she's the one
that sleeps with Ruby Rod on the way. Yeah.
Yep. She's the one her legs go up.
Yep. Yeah.
I thought she looked familiar.
And last up, Helen McCrory, who recently just died last year. She is most known as Draco Malfoy's mom in the Harry Potter movies. Narcissa Malfoy is her name. She's actually in a lot of notable stuff. She was in His Dark Materials show on HBO. She was in Peaky Blinders on Netflix for a while, it looks like.
That's a good show, but
I've never seen it.
That got real long in the tooth. Like, they should have ended that.
Yeah, should have wrapped it up.
Yeah.
She was on the Penny Dreadful series, TV series. It was like 7 years ago at this point, 8 years ago. I never saw that, but it sounded kind of cool.
It is.
Yeah.
Until it's not.
Okay.
Yeah. It's another
That's
one of those,
bummer.
like, I don't know if I'm just, like, overly picky, I think. But it just, it got bad. I think it's based on a book series, too.
I think you're right. But isn't it kind of like a catch-all, like, monster series? Like,
yeah, pretty much.
yeah, there's like a Frankenstein and Dracula, maybe.
Everything is in it,
yeah. She was in Skyfall. I think one of the better of the Daniel Craig James Bonds. I mentioned she's in the Harry Potter movies. I think she's in like most of them. She's a voice in Fantastic Mr. Fox.
That was decent.
Yeah, that was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
I went over it. She was in a TV version of Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah. What?
She was in The Count of Monte Cristo from 2002. That was a pretty good version of it. With what's his name? The guy who played Jesus. Jim Caviezel.
Oh, yeah.
And that might be it of stuff of note.
Really?
She's second whore in Interview with the Vampire. Yeah, nothing really notable before that.
Huh.
But yeah, she died of a heart attack last year. I believe it was a heart attack.
Well, damn.
She was not that old either.
That's a bummer.
52.
You know what else is a bummer? No Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah.
You know what's a bummer on top of that?
What's her...
Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury died this week, yeah. I like, people were like, kind of like, oh, you could put anything out? Like, no, like mentioned, yeah. Like,
it's just a fun segment.
Yeah,
like,
we don't have any connection to her. I'm not going to cash in on this woman's death. Like,
yeah. Am I sad that she died?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Like, yeah.
Was she 98 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bummed, don't get me wrong. I used to watch that show a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not going to be like...
Fucking rest in peace, Mrs. Potts.
Yeah, like running it throughout a social media post about it.
Yeah, no, we don't need that.
Oh, here we are for the... I love the scene where Louis is just burning down the theater of
You
vampires.
can see that he just does not give a fuck anymore.
Yep. Nope. I'm going to kill all of you fuckers.
Yep. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. Just standing there with a scythe ready.
Oh, slicing off head. I love how he slices like Santiago like in like 1/3 basically.
Yeah.
Like the top third.
Yep. Man, that's a lot of body burns.
Is that one shot coming up? Should be like in a couple seconds, I think. Or it might be as Louis on his way out, like after he kills Santiago.
Oh, maybe. That's just so cool. Like, there are good burns, there are bad ones, but like...
That's it.
Yeah. That looks like some Indiana Jones shit. But yeah, no, this movie's good as hell. I'm eventually going to watch the TV show.
Yeah, maybe I'll try to get into the second episode. I just, by the end of the first episode, by the end of the first episode, I'm done. I'm checked out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nasty.
The big old blood spray at the end. Yeah, this is the most horror-y part of this movie, and it's really not. It's more of an action scene. That's it for this movie, man. Like, it's just good. Like, it's a template for sure. Like, you get your brooding vampire kind of thing. It kind of all stems from this story, at least. You know, like,
yeah,
sure, there are maybe movies that came out before it that had a little bit of that, but it's still based on the novel.
I'm trying to think, though. Like, do we really get anything like this before that, as far as vampire stuff?
Yeah, Lost Boys is pretty broody.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
Which also has, like, things you could interpret as, like...
Yeah, I would say less, like...
homosexual
less
kind
overt,
of urges. Yeah.
Yeah, like sexuality.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to go for a joke there. I'm like, nope.
No, we don't need that.
Yeah.
Nope. Now, I think we have unpacked everything we can unpack from this movie as a couple of dum-dums.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. Fucking watch this movie. Like, this is very much a...
Oh, shit. You know what we didn't do?
Chill out.
Got everything ready. We didn't have any bodega cats.
Oh, that's right.
We're going to do that now as we close.
Yeah.
And we'll do that in the intro.
We'll see you guys in the intro. We're out of here. But before we do that, we'll give you our socials.
Yeah, I'm going to wait.
Just open the damn ice.
I was going to wait till we were done so you don't have your ice clanking.
Nope.
Like,
do it. There you go. And cups of ice. Socials. Our website is www.bigdumbmonsterspodcast.com, or if you're feeling a little lazy, bigdumbmonsters.com. Takes you to the same website. Email. Send us emails. Tell us that you like the show. Tell us things that you want us to do in the show. Tell us things you want to take out of the show. We'll consider it. It's probably not going to happen, but
yeah,
we'll take it into consideration. Or if you just want to get in contact with us, bigdumbmonsters@gmail.com. Tweet at us. It's totally fine too. @dumb_monsters. If you're on Facebook, we are also on Facebook. Big Dumb Monsters Pod. We are on Slasher, the all horror social media network. Big Dumb Monsters Podcast.
You can also catch us on Instagram at big_dumb_monsters. And of course, you can always check out the show on the Big Dumb Monsters channel on YouTube. Go there, check out the slideshow version of the show. That is redundant and repetitive.
Yeah.
But yeah, go there anyway. Throw it a like.
If you play video games on Steam, we have a Steam account. We haven't really done much with it, but, you know, we'll see what happens. We are Big Dumb Monsters or Big Dumb Monsters Podcast. Search both of them. We'll be one of them.
We'll be around.
It'll be our logo.
It's there.
Come
see us November 12th and 13th?
I think it's 12th and 13th.
Yes, 12th and 13th, or in that vicinity at the Saratoga Comic-Con at the Saratoga City Center.
Yeah.
And guess where? Saratoga, New York.
Yeah. Are we going to be at our normal spot?
We are in our normal location upstairs. Come up there, visit us. We're a nice little, we're a little out of the way, but we're right in front of the panel room.
Yeah.
So it's a nice, perfect area.
Yeah, a lot of through traffic.
Yes, exactly. But it's where we call our home base. stop by, have a refreshment with us. Say hi, get some free swag.
Yeah, grab some stickers. Yeah. So anyway, with all that out of the way, we'll leave you with some words of wisdom. Don't let ghoulies eat your ass.
And do not sleep in a deathbed.
Have a great week.